dropped in the Hovermap data along with some drone data set for the roof. Now, this drone data set originally was of the whole site, but all I've done is because I'm only interested in the roof, I've just trimmed and cropped it, so I'm only left with the roof space. And it's dropped in really well anyway, because again, the RTK was on the Hovermap and the RTK was on the drone, so it fits roughly into, well, really well into place anyway. You could have just done the fine tune on it anyway, but I'll show you what happens if it's not in the right place. So if I just move the rooftop out of the way, something like that. So let's just imagine that this is your roof. You've gone with your drone, you've cropped it by using either this tool or this tool, and you left and you go, right, I need to put that on top of there. So highlight the one you want to move, use this rotation. So this you can fix your axes and you can fix your rotation. So what you want to do first is just roughly move it into the position. So normally I go right, no rotation. I think, yeah, I just want to get it on the right Z. So you can do that by just bring that up on the right click. So I know that chimney's in the right place there, all at the right elevation. I can fix that now by turning it off so that won't move. And then I can change the view to think to myself, right, I can just move it into position on the X and Y. So I might go right, first of all. That's it, that's roughly in position. Maybe it's slightly there. So that seems good. You can move it in the X, Y as well, but I'd never move it with all these ticked. And if you do ever rotate it, most of the time it'll be just in the Z axis to change on there. You can get yourself wrapped in a mess and try and fix it. Sometimes it's easy just to take that point cloud out and drop it back in again in the right position. So looking at that there, not too bad. Reasonably good, to be honest. It's like there, but anyway, let's see what it runs. So first of all, I'm going to do the registration, so I can highlight them both. Click this button at the top. The reference one is the one you don't want to move, so that's the hover map one, and then we want the drone data set to move there. If they're the other way around, you just swap them there. Now it's always best to start, like I said yesterday, to the very small amounts. So I'm going to start say 15, and then click OK. Low RMS values coming in. That reasonably okay. There's a slight difference in the Z. But what you could do then is go right, brewery, translate just in the Z and bring it up again. Hold that and then run that process again to try and fine tune it. You can always do some cross section, but that, to be honest, they line up nicely. You always remember when it comes back, there's always going to be a small discrepancy. But even on the top here, even a slight little bit there, that just might be a bit of noise. Then basically do it like that. If you wanted to put them down as a 1 point cloud, then you can hover like that and just click that merge tool. If you do want to resave the clouds, because remember now because you've done this alteration to the rooftop, you want to save it in this new coordinate system. So if I wanted to just save that roof now, so that if I dropped it into another program, they'll sit on top of each other. Highlight that, save, las. If you want to save it as a lab, remember to put .laz afterwards, so it does save it into a las file, and then just save it where you like. Hopefully that helps.